When I was growing up, I loved it because I grew up with my grandmother down to the cabin. Most of the year, when we would go for the spring, we would have to do all of our part in the family. Like when we were going for a walk to look for seals on the thin ice, fishing for rock cats. When the ice was gone, we would go geese hunting up to the ponds, plus picking berries on our way back to the cabin, telling stories about the times we had at the cabin, always running low on food, waiting for a boat to come in the summer, but enough to last till a boat come. Some of us would go back to Nain for school, some would stay back to help our grandmother with things she cannot do by herself. It was fun growing up in the summer at the cabin, rolling around in a flat, walking on the hills to check on the cabin across from us. It was a lot of fun walking and having a lot of experience with the land, hearing, seeing, even touching a lot of different things, just going back and forth. Even well back, we go for a ride to look for some wildlife like duck eggs, gull eggs, seal, codfish, and just going back to the cabin so our grandmother could cook up all the wildlife as soon as we get to the cabin because of the freshness of the wildlife. After having to do all of that, heading back to Nain is good for school and everything, but in your mind you think how it is in Nain, and leaving is hard to do after being away from going to technology to having nothing but an FM radio at the cabin. It's good to go back for school, even having the ride back to Nain. You can hear the young ones saying, I don't want to go back to school, and every one of the young ones trying to ask our grandmother to go back with her to the cabin so that they don't have to go to school. I always loved growing up when I was young, going to the cabin. It gives a lot of experience with Mother Nature and just learning where to go and learning off the land to see where you are is always good to know.